What is up? It has now been 2 full years since I've been completely gear free, absolutely off of everything. Now I want to give you guys 6 things that I did that I think that are important that you can do yourself if you're deciding to come off. Now again, this is like, I'll tell you what I've done this in the last 2 years. So in 2 years, since I competed last in 2021, I've been able to compete at the Masters Olympia completely off everything. This is the biggest reason why I was able to look the way I did at that show in terms of like just people looking at me and being like, one of the biggest things was you looked healthy. That's all I got. Everyone looks at a picture, the prep, whatever, they say you look the healthiest you've ever looked in all your preps. And I'm like, yes, I know. I felt that way, I knew that. I was doing some very important things. Whether you're deciding to come off and you've been on like, you know, bodybuilding cycles or whatever it is, or you're on TRT, whatever it is like that, doesn't really matter if you're deciding to come off. When you do, you're already probably seeing somebody get a full medical check done. Like, get it checked. It's just not just your blood work. It's not just about getting your blood work done. Getting your blood work done is good. Get it done 100%. But get the other things checked that are just as important or even more. Like get a cardiovascular evaluation of some sort, right? Get your blood pressure monitoring, you know, get an ECG done, check your heart. I've got my heart checked. I've got everything, I can tell you right now, everything, my organs, everything is running tip top. And I'm gonna get checked again next year. Why? I'm 40 years old, right? It's been 2 years. I'm gonna continue to get these things checked because I gotta know. And you wanna do it anyway. Number 2, I started bodybuilding in 2012, my first show. I was actively seeing a therapist in 2014 and still presently seeing somebody. You're gonna, like, I believe 100% having somebody there that can kind of like coach you through in like awareness of like, you know, of what you're going through emotionally. Because when your hormones are going back to whatever they're going back to, there's gonna be something. And it's good to have someone there that helps you be more aware of that. To be able to like understand what to do, how to cope and move forward going through the transition, because for some people it's gonna be harder than others, depending. But it's always good to have somebody 100% that you can talk to. And I'm doing it myself and still doing it and reaping the benefits from still doing it. Now, I'm 40 years old. I know that I look younger because my face. When I finished, like literally, I wish I did earlier. When I came off, getting into acting and being on screen, I started a face routine, and they literally actually sponsored this video as well too. This is one of the biggest things that I did that I'm glad that I did. That's why I'm excited to have Tiege Hanley as the sponsor of today's video. Tiege Hanley simplifies the process of taking care of your skin. They provide you with all the products you need and nothing you don't. Seriously, I don't think some of you believe me when I tell you how much implementing a quality skincare routine will improve your confidence in all aspects of your life. Getting up there in age, being 40 years old, I use their level 3 system because it comes with eyes that helps rejuvenate that specific area. But I recommend you start with their level 1, which comes with all the basics. A daily face wash, an exfoliating scrub, an AM moisturizer with SPF 20, and a PM moisturizer. And to make things dead simple for guys like us, they provide this instruction card in every box that tells you when to use each product, how much to use, and in what order. It definitely comes in clutch. Over the years, skincare wasn't something I always took seriously, but now that I have, I wish I started sooner. But don't just take my word for it, because they have over 7,000 5-star reviews from customers around the globe. In addition to amazing skin, members of Tiege Hanley get tons of benefits, including at least 20% off retail price, access to exclusive monthly deals, pause or cancel at any time, and free US shipping. And because Tiege Hanley is sponsoring today's video, they're offering my subscribers a great deal. Just click the first link in the description and you'll get 30% off your first box, plus a free gift. Don't miss out on this amazing deal. Click the link and get started today. And then my nutrition changed, and you're gonna have to adjust it. Now for me, I knew that, and when I came off, I'm talking before I competed at the Master Olympia, I was coming off of being a 212 competitor from the first time, coming down from 260 pounds, 255, 260 pounds, trying to squeeze into that class When I rebounded after the show, I was around like 255, back to that. So when I was supposed to compete in August of 2021, from 2021 until like 2002 until October, I was around 255 pounds. Then I got the role for the movie. And from then on, actively, I was trying to lose weight. So nutrition wise for me, I was before eating about 1.5 grams of protein per body weight. Now I only do 1. I've kept it at 1, but that's allowed my body to naturally lose weight. I'm currently right now 220. I'm between 220 to 225, and I don't want to be. I want to be less than that, right? And I'm not doing as much as right now in terms of training, like, you know, training as much like 6 days a week. It's more for me, it's like 4 days a week, and I'll go over that. But my nutrition specifically changed. I'm eating less protein, more fats, and then just that's been one of the biggest things for me and helping, you know, with keeping myself healthy. And that's what my diet kind of looked like too during my prep. Same thing. The results of what I looked like and whatnot was me doing these things for the last like 2 years. My training has changed, and it's changed. Like, it's evolved, I would say. And I know I said before, there's not necessarily like a difference between training on and off. Or the biggest difference is having that like extra gear to be able to go further. And I know that, you know, to, you know, push the envelope a little more when you train. And I know that that's something that you can obviously dummy down and you can manipulate it for your own self. You don't have to train balls to the wall when you're on. It's just when it comes down to training in itself, for me, it's like a very holistic thing now. Like it's been gradually getting there, but even more so now that it's like, man, like if you train with me, you'll find out, and it's a thing you got to do. I'm dead serious. Anyone who trains with me understands like the amount of like muscle mind connection that I have. That has been the thing that has gradually got there, that evolved from me looking at training as like this type of like skilled like art. You know what I mean? Like being able to move, you know, the weight properly with your muscle and be able to control each contraction to be that much more, you know, efficient. So for me, it's like the amount of harmony my body has in training, I'm able to do, you know, I'm able to look the way I look in terms of like being able to sustain the amount of muscle that I have. Yes, I know I'm genetically gifted. That's a 100%, that's a fact. I am genetically gifted inside out. I get that. But for whoever is out there doing the same thing like myself, I'm doing things that's allowing me to be able to run at my best. That's what my goal is. Like, what am I doing and how am I moving? How am I eating? How am I doing, you know, training in order for my body to be able to move at its best? What is the best amount of hypertrophy in terms of like, you know, stress on the muscle and intensity that can elicit what are my goals and still be able to keep me strong and active and whatnot. My training has changed. It's 100% changed. And that's advocates for me for sure, for being able to train as much as I did going into prep. You saw the prep. You guys watched it. I let you guys see everything. So training has changed for sure. And that's something that I wish I'd adapted early in my career, but like, it was coming off and being like, I don't need this anymore in muscle and sense, or I don't need that extra gear. I don't need to push 150 pound shoulder press dumbbells. I don't need, like, there's no need for it. I don't, you know, so things can change. So adapt that. My active recovery is absolutely nuts. I move a lot more now. My training in terms of like hypertrophy, there's a big mix of like needing to be functional. Like, gotta be functional. I gotta be able to run. I gotta be able to jog. I gotta be able to do active stuff. I like, you know, I love riding my, you know, super bike and whatnot. I love doing outdoor stuff, as well as I see a massage therapist and I see, you know, I go and do yoga. And a lot of these things, you're looking at it from the grand scheme of things, it's like putting my body in a place of like harmony whenever I'm moving it, right? And you could do these things now 100%, but like coming off, and I'm glad that this is the approach that I took with this, because I've been open with it. And this is me now 2 years and doing these things, right? Take priority in these things. You know, you don't have to do exactly what I did, but just do it. Do your best. You know, like, I'm terrible at drinking water. 100% I am. It has to be flavored. It has to be flavored. This is my water and it's flavored. It has to be. Electrolytes, all those things. I used to cramp all the time when I was on gear. All the time. I did. I don't know if you guys do yourself. Electrolytes are always off. And, you know, coming off and whatnot, understanding that your heart and everything will be, you know, going back to normal as much as it possibly can after abusing. Prioritizing electrolytes and your hydration is like massive. It is now, no matter what, whoever on or not. But definitely, like, if you haven't been prioritizing it, do that, because it's all it's gonna do is it's just gonna help you recover even better. Coming off, whether you're on DRT or coming off a cycle, you know, and you did your PCT or whatever it is, no matter what, these things are gonna help you recover, because they're all it's doing is putting your body in a place of harmony. Whether you're training it, feeding it, resting it, you know, enjoying it, it's all it's doing. So those are some of the things that I did that I'm glad that I did that helped me get to a place where I am right now in terms of being recovered and running at its best. And it's always going to be something I'm going to chase in terms of it being a priority. I want my body to be as healthy as it possibly can, but I always want to push it in a way where it can be as competitive as it can too, because that's just the kind of person I am, and I like being competitive. Whether it's against myself or whether it's against a team or whatever it is, I like that in my life. So I'm going to prioritize having that in my life. So find out what it is for you, try these things, and see if it can bring your life some benefit as well too. Anyway guys, for more videos like this, let me know in the comment section below. Until next time, you know how it is. Iron sharpens iron. Progressive overload your life. In the meantime, keep tuned chasing. Peace.